Hey everybody, here we are. I'm going to try again with the Escape from Dol Guldur. It's my third time, so either 3 strikes and I'm out, or third time's a charm. Although I was encouraged a couple playthroughs ago that I was able to get pretty decently far through the second stage of this scenario. So just to set this up, 1A here says that I need to bring out the 3 objectives and to set aside the Nazgul of Dol Guldur. Okay. Now the story behind this is that throughout this is the 3rd scenario of the core core set, and the core set has us traveling to deliver a message to Lady Galadriel in in Lorien, and we've already given the message to her, and now she has sent our 3 heroes, Tactics Legolas, Lore Haldir, and Spirit Glorfindel, out to check around Dol Guldur. Okay, and so since we've done that, we get captured. The orcs have captured us and taken one of our heroes back to the tower, or back to the prison. So we have to go rescue that guy. So I'm going to make sure that I do this in order. And so when I was reading what to do here about making sure that I have everything in the right order, the idea is you do the card setup, or you draw your hand, right? So you draw your setup hand first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I keep saying this, but I always like to see a Light of Valinor maybe in this first setup. So I don't have a Light of Valinor. So I'm going to mulligan this. Now, in my last time, I had 3 Lights of Valinor back to back, so I'm just going to make sure that my Lights of Valinor are not all together. So the 2 of them were close but not together, so that's good. I don't know how anybody feels about that, but I'm going to shuffle them, so it's not like I'm trying to stack the deck, but I just wanted to make sure. I hate it when you draw 3 Gandalfs right in a row. So drawing 3 Lights of Valinor right in a row. It's just dumb luck, I guess. So this is what we're going to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And technically I probably shouldn't get my draw card, but I do. It's force of habit. Okay, so let's see. So we have Hasty Stroke, Treebeard, Feint, another Treebeard, Hasty Stroke, Ent Draw, and Gandalf. Okay, well, it seems like we got a lot of high casting cost folk out here. So, yeah, whatever. 2 Hasty Strokes, 2 Treebeards. Ugh. Okay, so now I'm going to attach cards to each of these. Each of these objectives have the guarded keyword, and that just means that I draw an encounter card and attach it to there. Now each of these are restricted, and I mistakenly said in an earlier video that restricted means I can only have 1 of these things. Restricted means you can only have 2 restricted. You can only have 2 things attached to you with the restricted keyword. So I can't put all 3 of these on one guy. I can only put 2 of these on one guy, and then 1 has to go on a different hero. So I'm going to do this. Okay, so there's a Treachery. It's the Necromancer's Reach. Deals 1 damage to each exhausted character. Now right now I don't have any exhausted characters, so that's cool. So that means the Shadow Key, good. Not attached. So the Dungeon Jailer, though, gets the Dungeon Torch, and he does I don't know, all sorts of crazy stuff. And so this is staging area. If I quest unsuccessfully, a card, one of these cards goes back into the encounter deck, one of the objective cards. Okay. And then the last one is a Dol Guldur Beastmaster. Okay. So, and he gets an additional shadow card when I attack him. So this is frustrating. It would be better if these were lands, but I do have one that's unattached. Okay. So let's so that's that part. The Nazgul's out. And so now it says when revealed, randomly select one hero. So I'm going to randomly select one hero. I always like to make sure that everything's random. The game makers did a really, really good job making sure that there's a lot of replayability with each of these scenarios. I've probably played this scenario the least out of all the core set because it's just so dang hard. And eventually, after you lose so much, you want to go on and try to lose at something else. But that doesn't mean I don't love it. And but the replayability is always there. So I always try to hold to the rules as much as I can, or at least can remember. So when I make a mistake, it's not because of a house rule or anything like that. It's because I'm trying to play the game the way that the game makers intended for it to be played. Okay, so I think I am going to roll my 6-sided dice. I don't know which hero is which, but this is if I get a 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. That's what's going to happen. So there's a 4, so that's this guy. Oh, I can't look at him. Okay. But I do now see that it's Haldir. I accidentally saw that it's Haldir. Okay. So that's not bad, because I have my high hit point guys out, and I have my spirit, and I have my tactics guy. So it seems like a lot of these cards in my hand are tactics. And so that's the only card I can't use. That's the Ent Draw. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to put this aside, or maybe kind of next to him. Okay, but I have these cards that I can use. Okay, so here's what I can do. Okay, so I think I can almost, probably will want to get out Treebeard. But anyways, okay, so I'm going to quest for 3. Yeah? 3. Okay, so I'm going to quest for 3. Because it's Glorfindel, I raise my threat by 1. Okay, so now I'm going to do this. Oh, look, another dungeon jailer. But that's okay. First of all, dungeon jailer has a high engagement cost, plus he only has 1 threat. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I quested for 3, so I only have to raise my threat by 1. Now, what do I want to do? I don't know if I don't really want to engage anybody, because this guy can defend for 3, and I need that, and I need like Treebeard out to do some stuff. So I'm gonna save everything. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna leave all this out here. This is, oh look, this guy's thing goes off, so that means that I quested unsuccessfully. So I have to take this shadow card, or not that shadow card, but the unclaimed objective card, and put it back in. And that's, I guess, the danger of not claiming the objective card, is that it can get shuffled back in. Okay, so there's that. Okay, those are my, I guess, dead cards. I don't know. So I'm going to raise my threat, raise my round. Albert Einstein Albie is helping me keep track of my rounds here. Okay, I'm going to draw a card. Okay, Rivendell Blade. Now that helps a little bit. So look, I'm going to increase, and then I'm going to bring out Treebeard. So he costs 4 to bring out. Okay. So the good thing about Treebeard is he can soak up a ton of damage. And he can quest, and he gets all sorts of stuff going on. So that's pretty cool. But he comes into play exhausted. Because those Ents, they're slow and tired folk. Okay. I think my problem... Well, I'm gonna quest for 4. And that's how much is out here is 4. So, okay. So it says, Under the Shadow. When revealed, until the end of phase, raise the total threat in the staging by X. Raise the total threat in the staging, where X is the number of players in the game. So raise the threat by 1. So look, there's 4. I quested for 4. The extra 1 is 5, so I take 1 more hit. I also quested with Glorfindel, and I forgot to raise my threat because of that. I'm not going to engage anybody because I need I need help. So I'm going to do this, and now I think I'm able to spend a little bit of time getting ready. So I'm going to add some resources. Here's my Treebeard resource. Okay, raise my threat by 1. Albert tells me to raise the round by 1, so Albert says we're in round 3. Okay, draw a card and look at what I get. Do you see that? Anybody who's been watching any of these will know that that is an awesome card. And I'm just going to put it directly on him. I'm going to save the 1, so that's good. And now... Okay, I am also going to I feel like I need to, what do I need to do? Look, this guy's not going to come out either, so should I put the Rivendell Blade on? I feel like that's one of the things that I haven't done in a while. Because the Rivendell Blade allows me to do more damage to things because they won't defend. So yeah, so I'm going to put the Rivendell Blade onto Legolas because he's the man. I'm going to remove that token. And so now I think I'm going to quest for 2, 5. 6. Okay. And at least I can block something if it comes out. And there's 4 here. I don't have to raise my threat, so that's good. So 4, here comes Ungoliant Spawn. It says, when revealed, each character currently committed to the quest gets -1 until the end of phase. So look, I quested for 3. And out here is 3, 7. So I raise my threat by 4. Ungoliant Spawn. This is the thing. This deck is really hard to maintain. Now, that gives me a 33 threat. And so that means I have to bring out Ungoliant Spawn here. And he does 5 damage. So if I let him through, I can kiss Glorfindel goodbye. So that's a really quick exit for me. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna block Ungoliant Spawn. Okay. Okay. With Glorfindel, and hope that he doesn't get a shadow card. Okay, or a shadow effect. No shadow effect, so that's good. So Glorfindel has 4 damage. Okay. Whew. That's the best I got here. So now we get to we get to ready everybody. So now Treebeard can be a little bit of a help. I get, because he has 2. I get 1 there, 1 here. Okay, break out the Glorfindel blade. But I learned my lesson now. I'm going to definitely keep the feint available. Now I'm going to quest for... man, that's my problem. Is I want to block an attack with the Treebeard here. I'm just wondering if anybody knows. Feel free to let me know. But I feel like that's something that you should be able to do, but I'm not sure if that's actually something, because I'm not sure if I get actions. In between that to ready my enemy. I guess I do, because I can exhaust him to defend, right? I can declare... yeah. So, I think that that's the way it gets played. I don't know. Look it up. Let me know. That'd be great. Comment. Okay, but now I have to... I'm going to quest for 3, and now I run the risk, because this guy has an engagement cost of 35. And that's not helping me. So 35. And I'm at 33. So I'm going to quest for 3. I'm going to quest for 3. And pray that I don't get something. Okay. Each player discards all event cards in my hand. I feel like that just hurt. No, it didn't just hurt. Event. Okay, so I'm going to discard, and I'm going to make sure I put feint back on top, just in case I draw the Galadrim Reaver. The Galadrim Weaver. I always mispronounce that. Okay. So now, that's good. I only have to raise my threat by 1. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to raise my round by... no, that's... I maybe still be the 3rd round. Whatever. Okay, so now... Ungoliant spawn attacks. Okay. Treebeard is going to... I'm going to declare him as a blocker, and then I'm going to ready him. So he's the blocker. Okay. No shadow effect. So 5 damage, 5 attack, 3 defense. Defense for 3 takes 2 damage. Okay. And so now I'm going to attack for 4, 7, 10, but because I'm attacking with the Glorfindel blade, I lose the 2 defense, so 10 is enough to kill this. And now this doesn't have a victory, so that's frustrating, because I wanted to be able to remove him, but I can't. And because of Legolas, I get to put 2 tokens, 2 progress tokens on the quest. Okay. So now, that's good. I'm going to do 1, there's 2, there's 2. Okay, I'm going to raise my threat. Raise my round. Okay, so now I have to do something with this guy. Okay, we will draw a card. Lembas, but I don't have any green, so I'm going to put that on my green pile. Okay, Treebeard. He's not going to be used. Okay. So... only because I want to here. I'm going to put the Rivendell Blade onto Glorfindel too. So now I'm down to 1 tactics. Okay. So I'm going to quest for 3 again. With just... Yeah, because I'm going to need somebody to block that, and that's what that's what Treebeard's good at, is blocking people. He's like, no. Okay, so I'm going to quest for 3, even though there's 4 up here. Okay, so that's, oh, look, Doomed 1, so Doomed means I raise my threat. Surge, so I have to draw another card. And so there's a Tower Gate. Okay. So, 3, 7, I quested for 3, so that means I have to raise my threat by 4, so I'm at 40. So now I'm going to have a whole bevy of people coming out here, and this is, I really would like to have him. 1 more round. Okay, so I'm going to travel here. Okay, so all 3 of these guys come out. Now, the Dungeon Jailer only does 2 damage. Okay, well, let's figure this out here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, at the very least, at least they're out of the staging area. Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, this guy gets an extra shadow card, so he gets 2 there. Okay. So I'm going to block the Beastmaster with Treebeard. So right now it's even up. So he gets +1. So that's 1 damage to Treebeard. And there's the Shadow Key. Now it says anytime the Shadow Key is discarded, okay, it also returns to the staging area. That's I think the official ruling. So he defends for 3, but he attacked with 4, so that's 3 damage on Treebeard. Okay, and he's exhausted. Exhausted. It's exhausting. Okay. And so now I'm going to block this Dungeon Jailer with Legolas. And it says choose and discard 1 attachment you control. Okay. Let's see. So 1 attachment I control will be this Rivendell. This Rivendell Blade. Okay. But I only have to take 1 damage. Okay, and so now I'm going to let this one come through for 2. There's no shadow effect. So now raise threat by, or not threat, but raise his damage to 3. And so now I'm in a world of hurt, but we may be okay. Let's see. So I'm going to attack for 3. The Rivendell Blade lowers his threat, so he takes 3 damage. Okay. Whew. Okay, raise. Now the good thing is I only have 2 threat in the staging area. Draw a card. Okay, well I'm going to bring out Gandalf. Okay. So he costs 5 to bring out. So, and when I bring out Gandalf, what do you think would be the best thing to do? Deal 4 damage to something? I feel like dealing 4 damage to something would be pretty good. Let's see. Now you're inside my mind. This is what ends up happening. Okay. Okay. Everything is near death. Okay, I get to draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage, or reduce my threat by 5. I feel like dealing 4 damage to him is not good, but dealing 4 damage to this doesn't kill him, so that's... I don't necessarily love that idea. Okay. So. I think, and I'm probably going to misplay this, of course, no matter what, because he can attack for 4. That's a lot of attack. But I don't have any defense. I can defend and defend and defend and attack. Okay, so you know what I'm going to have to do. So I'm going to have to do 4 damage to this guy. Kill him. This goes into the staging area. And now we can go from there. Okay. So look, I'm going to do 3. I'm going to quest for 3. There's only 2 out here. Now there's 3, so that's 5. So that's 1, 2, 3. Both dungeon jailers are there, so both of these get shuffled back into the encounter deck, because that's what ends up happening with these guys. Okay, well, whatever. There's still 1 out there, so I'm okay with this so far, I think. Okay. Okay. And so now I am going to block with Gandalf, and then I'm going to block and ready with Treebeard. Okay, so block with Gandalf, +1, so 2 blocks for 4, no damage to Gandalf. Okay, Treebeard item, this item gets shuffled right, it gets put right back out there. Okay, 3 does 2 attack, defends for 3, so no damage. Okay, so now let's see, I need to do, so I'm going to attack this guy with Treebeard, so he does 1 damage. Then I'm going to attack these 2 guys. These 2 guys are going to attack this dungeon jailer, and he goes by into the victory display. Into the victory display! So we'll put the victory display right here. Okay, so the dungeon torch goes back there, this goes here. Now, since I killed something, look at this. Progress. Put 2 there. Okay. This goes, this goes, this goes. Okay, this goes. Okay, now I get 1 resource on Glorfindel. I have 1 resource on Legolas. And I get 1 resource on Treebeard, which may not look like a lot, but if I get the Durndingle Warrior, that gives me another character that I get to put out into play. Gandalf. Okay, well, I'll take it when I get it. Okay. So now, what are we going to do? I think we're going to quest for 3... I'm going to have to quest for 3 again. But that's the problem. Oh! I already know I'm not going to make it. So if I quest for 3, I can block, but he's going to do damage and he dies. If I quest, so I can't block, I can't quest, I need to block with Treebeard. then I guess, but then I can only quest for 4. Okay, well, whatever. I'll quest for 4. I'll try it, see what this happens. Okay. Quest for 4. I have 5 out there already. Oh, look. So I raised my threat by 1. Okay, so now I'm going to put this here. Treebeard is going to block, and just in case, I do have this ready to go. And it says, resolve the when revealed. Okay, so I'm going to cancel the shadow effect. Okay, so Treebeard blocks the 2 with 3 defense. And now Glorfindel attacks, does 2 damage, so this guy has 3. Whew, this is ridiculous. Barely hanging on. Okay, I raise my threat, raise my round. I feel like I haven't done that in a while. Albert's not reminding me. Hurry! Okay, try it again. Okay, raise the roof. Okay, the defender, bring him out. Okay, so I'm going to quest for 2, 4, 5. I forgot to shuffle 1 unclaimed thing back in the deck last time, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Okay. So I'm questing for 5. 6. I'll quest for 6. There's only 5 out here. Each player must exhaust 1 hero. So now there's 7. Okay. So 7 and 6. It's a bummer. So now I'm going to defend him with the Defender of Naith. Let's see. No shadow effect. So he takes no damage, but he exhausts. And now I'm going to kill him with Glorfindel. Okay, so the 2 Dungeon Jailers are out of play. Now I would assume that there's 1 more in there, but I don't know the card count on each of these well enough. Okay, so that's ready. It's ready. So now the problem is in order to claim any of these guys, I have to, well, I guess if I can bring out this guy, I can lower my threat. So I'm not giving up hope. Plus, if I get Elrond's Counsel, I can do that. So there's a couple of ways. And then 3. Hey, a Wandering Ent. So, Wandering Ent is nice because I can bring him out now. He comes into play exhausted because I can use his resources in order to play the Wandering Ent. Okay. I'm quest for 0, I guess. So let's see here. 2. Questing for 6 again. I have 7 out there. 8, 9. And so 6, 3, 51, and I'm dead. Okay, now the neat thing about this is that of course, I'm frustrated that I've lost this. I've lost this 3 times in a row. Okay, the first one gave me hope, and then the last 2 times I've played were crap. But I find it fun because there's always possibility, and it's always a new thing. Okay, I was drawing creature heavy at the beginning, and then all of a sudden it got to lands, and that's what really kind of tormented me here at the end. And so I didn't know whether to quest with Legolas or not, because there was creatures at the beginning, so don't quest with him, but then all of a sudden you kind of have to. I don't know, you just never know here, so there's never just one particular strategy for these sorts of things. So anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, yeah, great game. Maybe try it one more time. I feel like I have to.